Hello everybody, this is Frogman. Welcome back to Satisfactory. I want to apologize for the last episode and the fact that the audio wasn't there in the game. Hopefully it's here today. I don't know what is going on with my computer and my OBS, but it seems like it wants to reset every time. But anyhow, we are going to continue messing around, doing with what's left. So it's a day after Christmas for me as of the way this works, and we're going to go ahead and complete what was left of the advent calendar, as well as try to get the rest of the sorted out for FIXMAS today. Now, there's going to be a couple of little things that we're going to need to do, and I've already kind of just been waiting on them over there for right now. Mainly, it has been the creation and construction of, let's get over here very quickly, the wreaths or those FIXMAS decorations. They're pretty, well, they're pretty nasty for what they are. I mean, it's quite a lot of this stuff, plus like we still had to make 400 of those. But yeah, it's working. By the time I get done with today, we should be okay, at least to be able to get that node unlocked and then find out whatever else we need to do. I have a specific thing in mind that I want to find and have that thing produce for us for a little while, and so, well, we'll get that done when the time comes. A couple of other different things that have been going on in base. I have hooked up some of the other odd processes that are, well, not being utilized into some awesome sinks all over and around. That way that at least most of the base should be functional right now, except for stuff that I can't have running. So there's the aluminum, alclad aluminum sheets up there are off because we're using the casings to create batteries, and we're using the casings to create a bunch of stuff over in that section. So that's going to be just kind of off and not doing anything. For the most part, a lot of this is just, you know, that occasional little, because of the fact that screws stack to the height of which screws stack to, it takes forever to clean out a bucket or something. And then, of course, over here, we're making sure that anything up there is getting used up, anything over there is getting used up. For the most part, everything in the base that can be on is on right now, at least for right now. And I'm going to kind of let some of the other things go. I did go ahead and hook the other factory up over here. Those two over there should now be fully on awesome sinks all the time, so they're dumping whatever they can dump in, as long as, well, whatever they can do over there and whatever they can do over here, they're dumping it as well. The oil and whatever, the rubber and plastic factory, have not done that fully yet. We're just kind of trying to see how things go. It's a kind of a nightmare to get awesome sinks hooked up to that because of how I built the balancing system in the middle of it, so it might be something I'll have to look at as we go. I'm just trying to make sure I'm not running out of power because we don't want to run out of power. But basically, it's been doing pretty well. This up and down and up and down. Our pasta factory is doing just fine, and it's staying under for some odd reason. I don't know why. So I built all those batteries for the heck of it. But anyhow, let's go do what's left in here. We should have everything from, I think, whatever it was, the 16th, 18th. What was the other day? The 19th, I believe, 19th. So we should be able to do 20, which I will take those all day long. Thank you very much. We'll do 23, I guess, since it's right there. We can use those. Sure, thank you. And I know 24 is right here, so 20, 21. This thing is just mean. 21 is right there. I guess everything is all kind of right here. 100 presents, thank you. Hey, give me, please. Thank you very much. So 21, 22 is, I have no idea. Oh, it's hiding up there. 22 up there. A bunch of bows, that'll be nice. Cool. 22, 23, we got 24 is right there. I think that's a nice emote, which I think I either already had from last year or the year before. I don't know how that all works. And then finally the 25th, which is the new, well, I should say the other thing that we get to make, which is fireworks. Fireworks are kind of fun. You know, I mean, it gives you something to do, gives you something to play with. All right, so we have unlocked everything on the advent calendar, I believe. I'm going to make one real fast, quick sweep, make sure everything is checked, and then we're going to go to the other location. All right, shut you off right now. I don't want to be making any more of those than we need, but that should be all 200 that we need of those to be able to complete this next little bit of stuff. So the next one requires a lot of these and a lot of that, one of those and a bunch of these to get the next tier of the tree unlocked. That is going to be everything right there. Please research it. Yay.
We see you when you're sleeping, we know when you're awake. We know if you've been productive or not, so be efficient for goodness sake.
All right, that will get us the wreaths, FIXMAS wreath, which I believe goes on the tree, and the snowball. These are something that we definitely want to play with, so now I have to sit down and construct 500 snow, 500 candy canes, and 500 bows. And well, whatever's the last of this right here, it wants me to make a bunch of those, which I believe we have to unlock both of these, which will get us the Wonder Star, and then you can go down here and you can do the rest of this. I am not caring at this point. All I wanted was that little section right here, mainly because of the fact I want to play with all of the snowballs. If I have time, I will go ahead and auto-magic a little bit more of this, but like I say, we're going to make as a factory just for this. So I need to make 500 of that, 500 of that, and 500 of that. Which means now we can kind of shut down some of this other stuff, I believe. Let me shut you off so you quit making those, and you guys can probably... Well, I've got plenty of presents backed up in a few places. We've got enough trees now to do a few things. I can probably make... Well, let me see how many branches I have. I might be able to just make its own little separate system. Getting a little low. Let's see, what do we got over here? 92. Let's see how many trees we can possibly make out of what we have in our inventory. So I have 287, and that will make 2 trees total. That's the problem. All right. I'm gonna have to come up with some stuff. I will be back with you guys once we have all of that kind of sorted and figured out. Essentially, from here on out, all we're going to be doing is taking this and turning it into the small parts that we need in order to be able to do things. And then once we can make the snowballs, everything's gonna get ripped out, and we're gonna make nothing but snowballs. So, yeah, I'll be back in a minute. Alrighty then, that should be 500 of the snow, 500 of the bows, and 500 of the candy canes so that we can go ahead and unlock one of the things that I think is kind of really cool about this whole silly mess. That is all the further I'm going to go. We're just going to get this one unlocked, get it researched, and start thinking about building a factory to produce snowballs. Which you're probably not going to say a thing, but in this whole point, new parts. Yeah, let's go look at these real quick. Snow, actual snow, and snowballs. So snowballs are just 3 snow for 1 of these. Now this is one of those things where this is really, and I mean really cheap grenades. That's exactly what these things are. So if I do, now let's get over here, we'll do the snowball, and we'll do this again. They're really, and I mean really cheap. They just cost power and those. So essentially all of this was created out of thin air. I mean, it's not very much as far as things go. Everything is going to be created out of thin air for what this is going to need. So I've got 10 trees back here that are producing about 150 of the, well, the presents a minute. So we can delete this and immediately turn that around. So our next step is going to be very simple. I'm just going to leave it like this and make it go. So we want actual snow, and you can have this, and I'll put the actual snow in here. You can dump that out. That's perfectly fine. I need to take all of these and tell them to do the same thing. Give you your presents back, and do the same thing. Give you your presents back. Whoop, nope, actual snow. And give you your presents back. I am going to, I guess we'll just leave those in here for right now. It's not like it's really killing us to run this way. Actually, I need to, the math is what? We'll have to look at the math again because I changed everything. So it's 62. Actually, no, if I recall correctly, I need you And then we can get rid of this, 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 and this, that, and that. And you guys should, if I do this, will be a 50 per minute production. And we have 150 presents, so we should be able to do that. And that, no, 150 presents per minute, so that will be 3 machines here to do that. I can go dump these presents in this box down here and let this kind of work on it. And don't want those anymore. And then we take one of these. I think, let me see, we're making exactly what per minute? So 60 of this per minute with these to make snowballs is, what, 4 of those? I mean, I could for sure just run these out and make a whole bunch more of them, or we could just do what you think you do here, which is going to be something like that. So 60 per minute. Can we get it to 30? 30? 10? So that'd be 30. I just need 2 of these. All right, cool. Can I? I'm gonna have to turn this around. We'll just put these right in front of these. And then do one more there. We'll just go ahead and use a few of these wonderful things that we have right here. Go ahead, give me that, and I want 10 per minute, please. So that will be 30 here. This will be the same thing here. 1, 2, 10. Awesome. Cool. And then all I need to do is run a splitter behind here, facing the right direction. Click. Yes. Nice. And then I can just bring this around, or, you know, I can, for that matter, just remove this one and, you know, bring it out the front, I guess. But we'll just go ahead and do this for right now. I think probably right there should be the round. I forget. Is that where it needs to be? About right there? Yes, it is. Excellent. Those will drain into there. We can put the actual snow in here and then do something very simple like this to there, this to there, and mergers up to a single connection with one of those somewhere along the line right there. And no, we don't need that. It's not going to be making that much anyway. All right, we now have another weapons factory, which is kind of silly on the end of this thing. But again, these are incredibly cheap. Again, if you're looking at your regular Nobelisks, any of these Nobelisks, even just the regular Nobelisk, the same one requires, well, coal and sulfur and steel to be able to make the other Nobelisk, these ones right here that I currently have. This is a ridiculously cheap way to just do the same thing. They're exactly the same thing. They remove exactly the same amount of stuff. They damage the same amount on an animal, except for they make an interesting noise when you throw them down. Ow. They ring and do that. So yeah, no, it's a perfect thing to put into this. And again, if you hit your friends with it, they'll take as much damage as anything else has. As far as the rest of the holiday FIXMAS mess, this is just stuff to upgrade the big tree that I don't have anymore because I took it down because we don't need it. But that stuff is just so that you can upgrade this big gigantic tree and make things nice and pretty and do anything that you want to do on it. All I wanted out of this entire mess, was these things. That's it. That's all. I mean, the basher is fun. I have one. This works just as good. The other one just makes jingle bell noises when you whack things with it. What I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to end up letting all of this stuff run out until there's nothing left in any of these. Probably put all of this into a awesome sink or throw it away, or maybe I'll turn on and do a little bit more of the branches so that I can make a few more trees so that we can continue to maybe make some of the other little parts. But for right now, that's all I wanted. That's all I needed, and that's all I cared about, is a little bit of those to go. Now we can, again, make quite a bit more if we want to, but this will just slowly over time accumulate up snowballs. I believe they stack to 500. I believe they stack quite a ways up, and I have until, well, I've got 2 weeks. 2 weeks to accumulate as many of these as we want. I think very soon, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get to a point where this actual playthrough is going to be over with. We're getting pretty well done to the point that all I need to do now is just kind of sit back and watch things work, which we can do by looking in here. We're 400. Whoa, what happened here, I wonder? Uh-oh, we have a problem somewhere. I'll have to go look and see what happened. But we've been running right around 12 million points per minute. And all I need this number to get to is about, what is it, 500? I did test the DNA thing. It's, I don't know. I guess if you want to be one of those kinds of people that run around and whack stuff all the time and kill animals, sure. But I have a problem that I need to go find, and it just happened. So it's not power. And maybe I finally ran out of all the backlog of some stuff, but no, that should be staying up way up here. We have a problem. Again, I think the only thing I'm going to worry about right now is just try to get as many of our tickets as I can, and maybe as many of those as I can, and then I think we might decorate one more building or one more structure or one more something. But I think as far as everything goes, unless we end up with some really, really neat updates in the next year, we're probably going to be calling this series done, at least for now, fairly soon. So I guess we got Snowballs. We got most of what I wanted out of the Christmas kind of thing going. So I will see you all in the next one. I might be the last one. I don't know. So have a good, I hope you guys had a good holiday. I hope you guys had a good, all that wonderful time. I know we had, I got way too fat and ate way too much and did the usual like I always do. So enjoyed it. But anyhow, I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.